Sure, let's start off with the important stuff. This video took a good minute to come out, didn't it? I think it's been like 7 days or so, but there's a reason for that. It's not just because I've been just putting it off and blah blah blah. I've actually been way busy this week, and I've been stressing out about when I'm gonna be able to record this. And I've had this recording of this actual speed painting portion for the past week, and I've just been trying to find a good time to sit down and record this little bit right here that you're listening to, and I just never had a good time to do it. But I finally got a good day to just kind of sit down and talk. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking my opportunity before something else happens. But so this is speed paint of yet another one of my characters, Phoenix, fighting the Dark Lord. And I said I was going to be doing one of my characters each fighting the Dark Lord, and so that's this one's Phoenix. And yeah, I really like this one. It's probably one of my favorite in terms of lighting and shading, and you'll see that part later in the video. But it's really I really like it. And it's got like I realized again that this one is going to be like this one was going to be another like almost completely gray character fighting another gray character on a gray background, because the area where they're fighting in the story is like the whole dimension is gray. So it's like, well, it's like it's just all bland, and I didn't realize until I actually started speed painting that how many of my characters are gray. But I think Phoenix and TM are the last gray ones. The colors should be more vibrant from here. But yeah, so the story behind this one is this comes after Matchstick gets his first fight in with the Dark Lord, and I think before TM comes in. Phoenix, you can see she's pyrokinetic just like Matchstick, and she's got super strength like Matchstick. But one thing that she has that Matchstick doesn't is teleportation, and she utilizes that all the time. It's one of her most it's one of the more unique powers in terms of my superheroes, because I don't really give my superheroes teleportation a lot. And so yeah, Phoenix is like one of the most well-rounded superheroes. She doesn't her super strength isn't as strong as Matchstick, and her fire isn't as hot, but or it can't get as hot. But her ability to teleport, and she's got a very large knowledge of martial arts and combat styles and stuff, and she utilizes that very well in combination with her pyrokinesis and teleportation, and so makes her one of the most formidable superheroes to fight against, because she knows how to use everything very well to her advantage. And so what is happening here is she has just teleported in behind the Dark Lord, and she in this fight they kind of make use, like every single one of the superheroes kind of makes really good use of the Edna mode no capes rule, and so they just keep grabbing the Dark Lord by the cape and just kind of throwing him around like a ragdoll of some sort, and they just really make use of the fact that he has a cape. And so she actually comes in behind him grabs his cape and kind of like whips around and lights the cape on fire, and then pulls it around his head and kind of wraps it around, and then just kind of like throws him across, and then teleports, then like runs and teleports away and starts coming at him again midair. And that's when he like finally takes the gets the cape unraveled off his head, and realizes that it's on fire, and he's just like and so he has to put the fire out, and obviously the fire wouldn't really affect him too much because he's like the most powerful being in the universe. But like, if you realize that your clothes were on fire, you're gonna want to put it out, no matter how powerful you are. But this is one of the more funny ones in the speed paint series, I guess, and it's one of my favorites because I really have started making use of the blur tool for lighting, shading, and whatnot, and I really like it. I blurred the fire, which you just saw not too long ago. I blurred every part of the fire, and of course I used different strengths of the blur tool for different parts of the fire, and in my opinion that makes it look really good. Probably do with a little bit more controlled blurring, because the fire kind of like, some pieces of it got more transparent because of the way that I colored it. But I think that's overlookable, I guess. But I really like this, the way that the fire looks, and the kind of like the main outlines that I did kind of like automatically look like glow from the fire, and the main base color of the fire just kind of like adds more into that effect and stuff. And yeah, I really like this, and you'll see once I start getting to the shading, I really like how the shading turned out. And there I just added in the background, you saw, and it's yeah, it's basically the same color as Phoenix's shirt, which was, I didn't really mean for that to happen, but I guess I didn't really think about that until until I started doing the speed paint. But yeah, I really like how this turned out, and getting the glow for the fire, like the orange glow on the fire, is a lot harder to make it pop than the blue glow from Matchstick's fire, because Matchstick's fire is blue. It's really hard to get the orange fire to glow or to pop on human skin color. So I had to kind of really up the opacity more than normal on the lighting part, and it's still not really that noticeable, but I think the glow on her like body and along her sides kind of makes up for that, I think. But the way the fire just looks, in my opinion, is really nice. And shading is always one of my favorite parts, because it's what really starts tying together the final product of the drawing. And I started doing shading in, or I started blurring the shading too, and the lighting coming from the shadows coming up on her biceps and stuff, that I blurred because they would be there because of the fire. Kind of her bicep is blocking the upper part of her arm. I think that looks really nice. And I added, after I finished recording, I kind of like looked back and noticed a few parts that I missed, or something, or a place that I could have added more shading, and so I did that, and you'll see that in the finished product here in a second. But overall, I'm very, very pleased with this overall drawing, and I hope you guys are too. And there's only a few seconds left, so I'm going to try to fill that as much as I can. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed doing this, and I have a bunch of speed paints coming up for the future, and hopefully those will be here soon. So, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's over here again. This is one of my favorite speed paints that I've done so far. Phoenix is just really cool as a character, in my opinion, and I really like the way I've decided to kind of integrate her and how she would fight the Dark Lord and how she would kind of team up with everybody else. And I kind of want to write a little bit of a story about how this fight goes down, but I don't know if I have the patience for that or the time with school starting back and whatnot. But if I can, I will try. But don't get your hopes up or anything. It's just a thought. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please let me know, and let me know what your thoughts are, anything I can improve with it. Give me any suggestions that you want, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So subscribe if you haven't, leave a like on the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.